What's going on, people, and welcome to the podcast. We're going to listen to a little bit of Keir Starmer and we're going to see how he's gaslighting the nation. And I'm going to prove to everyone that the laws to protect our borders and to protect our country have been in place for decades. It's just that people are not willing to use it. These politicians are allowing it to happen. Why? Because they're globalist puppets, because they're working for the deep state, they're working for the socialists, they're working for the Islamists. And of course, it is our responsibility to make you, the people, understand the truth of what's going on in the United Kingdom. Let's roll the tape.
Small boats. But honestly, they're not worthy of the name boat. I don't know what you would call them. To me, they look like death traps. Flimsy, rubber, no firm structure. You wouldn't even let your children climb aboard, even for a second, in shallow water. Seriously, if they were a car, they'd be off the road in minutes. The police would intervene. And don't tell me they've got any other purpose other than people smuggling.
Here he says, he's people smuggling. These boats are free. And all the words that he's saying, you got to remember, wait until I give the explanation, right? But just remember the words. They're flimsy, they are not seaworthy, and they're people smuggling.
So I see no reason why we can't go after them. And so we are. We've seized hundreds of boats and engines, driving up the costs for the smugglers. We've taken down 18,000 social media accounts. That's 10,000 more than last year, disrupting the way smugglers promote their services. And more than that, we've announced a new sanctions regime, treating people smugglers like terrorists.
You see this? They're treating people smugglers like terrorists whilst they are in the UK. So he's relying on them being back into the United Kingdom. These smugglers, of him catching them, bringing them here, bringing them to justice. He's doing a detain, go through the legal system, put them in prison. And then after prison, what do? Are they going to get deported? I very much doubt it. They'll be back on the streets after a very lenient sentence.
Freezing their assets, banning their travel, putting them behind bars where they belong. But just as important, putting their entire model out of business, securing our borders on behalf of working people.
I hate the way he says working people as well. It's the working class. But he's trying to use working people. Remember his definition. It was anyone who works. Anyone who works. No matter how rich or how poor, anyone who works. But he should be doing it for the British working class because we are the backbone of the country. He should be dedicating these laws to protect us, to protect our constituencies.
I'll be honest here. For too long, the UK has been a soft touch on this. Whilst the last government were busy with their Rwanda gimmick, they left the door wide open for illegal working, especially in short-term or zero-hours roles.
If you want to go to Truth Hurts 101 on X, go through his hotels. Go through the videos that he's got on the hotels and you'll see that at the hotels there are plenty of electric bikes given to these people from the NGOs. Now remember, these are the people that are supposed to have walked from Syria, walked from Afghanistan, so they can walk. It's not like their legs are not working. So why do they need an electric bike? They're doing it because if you look on your delivery people, your Just Eats, your Ubers and all these people, they're now using electric bikes. So if you want to stop illegal working, if he is really, really truthful about what he's saying, I expect tomorrow the hotels to be cleared out by the border force for illegal activities. But they won't be because it's just wordplay.
Like construction, beauty salons and courier services.
Go to the mall. In London, the mall, go there. Go there at 5 o'clock. They're doing the renovations. Go there at 5 o'clock. See who is on the construction sites. It's not Polish. It's not the British. Just go and have a look.
And whilst, of course, most companies do the responsible thing and carry out right-to-work checks, too many dodgy firms have been exploiting a loophole to skip this process.
What are you going to do, Keir?
Hiring illegal workers, undercutting honest businesses, driving down the wages of ordinary working people. And all of this, of course, fueling that poisonous narrative of the gangs, who promise the dream of a better life to vulnerable people, yet deliver a nightmare of squalid conditions and appalling exploitation. Well, today we are changing that.
Today we're going to be tough on the illegal working in the United Kingdom.
Because this government is introducing a tough new law.
Wow, what's this law going to be?
To force all companies to carry out these checks on right to work. They take just minutes to complete, so they're not burdensome for business, and they can be done free of charge. So there's no excuses.
This new law, this new right to work law, let's go and have a look at it. Let's see what this new law that Keir Starmer has done, because I'm pretty sure that there is a workers' rights already. But let's have a look at it now, because it's important. It's important we look at the truth and what's going on. So here it is. We can see that starting from the 1st of April 2024, so this was before the Labour government. This went through a Conservative government, okay? The new law aims to reduce temporary migrant work and exploitation, increase employer compliance, improve the workplace justice outcomes. There are 3 new work-related offences that make it illegal for employers, including sponsors and labour hire intermediaries, to coerce or pressure a temporary visa holder to work a work-related visa condition, to coerce or pressurise a non-citizen without a valid visa to accept or agree to a work-related agreement, or to use a worker's temporary visa status to exploit them in the workplace, including in relation to existing conditions with the visas to support future visa operation. And these laws they cover a wide range of work-related situations where the exploitation, let me just put this up a bit, might happen. These works include, but are not limited to, underpaying a migrant worker, pressurising a migrant worker to work more hours than they're allowed to by their visa conditions, threatening to cancel their visa, coercing a migrant worker to hand over their passport, sexual acts, pressurising a worker to accept inadequate living conditions such as poor housing, inadequate meals, or access to water and electricity. These laws protect all migrant workers no matter what their visa status. This includes people who have a visa with work rights, an expired visa, and those who are working in breach of their visa conditions. So this is all of them. This is if you've got a visa, if you're... So it's clear here, this stops smuggling. This is the one that's stopping illegal working. It's very, very clear. It can't be more clear of what the law is about, that Labour are claiming they put in, when really this was done back in 2024 under a Conservative government. So when they are lying like this, what else are they lying about? So we can say that we have been lied to, because Keir Starmer's parading around like he's going to bring in all these new laws to stop the illegal migration. But here is the truth that the globalists do not want you to know. The laws already exist. They are laid out in black and white in international law called UNCLOS. And if you want to know what that means, it's the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea. It's a global agreement. It dates back from 1982 and it sets the rules for maritime conduct. And guess what? The UK is a member. We signed it. It's binding. We have had and we do have the power to stop these boats for decades. So the question you got to ask yourself is, why are they not using it? So to understand that, what we need to do is start with the basics of this agreement. Article 2 of UNCLOS. It gives the UK full sovereignty over its territorial waters. That's 12 nautical miles out. You see, we're not obligated to let anyone in. We have the legal rights to intercept, turn back, or deny the entry of any foreign vessel. And that's including those who are violating immigration laws. That includes the illegal migrant boats, every single one. Article 19, it makes it even clearer. If a vessel is smuggling people, if it's unloading illegal migrants, then its passage is not innocent. That means we can stop it. No debate, no delays, no additional laws. And Article 25, it says the UK can take necessary steps to stop those boats in our waters. So where is the Royal Navy? Where is the pushbacks? Where has the leadership been? I tell you where they've been. They've been on the side of the globalists. But let me blow this wide open. And you know what, chat? Drop a comment if you think the UK should be using these laws. Article 33, it gives us control 24 nautical miles out, and that's called the contiguous zone. That's almost all the way to France. So above our territorial waters, we can expand it and we can intercept the boats before they even enter our territorial waters. And that's not just legal, it's responsible. But it gets worse for these open border crowd. Because we've got Article 110, and that gives our warships, yes, you heard me right, our warships, the right to board these vessels who are outside UK waters. That's if they're stateless, if they're flying false flags, if they're smuggling people or operating suspiciously. And what do we see in the channel? We see unflagged, unregistered, overcrowded dinghies. So we can board them. We can stop them. We just need the leadership to have the will to do this. So we've already had Keir Starmer saying these boats are unseaworthy. So he is in breach of international law by not stopping them. Let's just take a quick look at the figures this week. You see, Article 92 backs it up. If a boat doesn't fly a legitimate flag, then it is fair game. So I'm going to hear people saying that it's the law to help people in distress in the sea, and that's what we're doing. We're helping them and we're bringing them back, and we're doing our obligations under this international law. This is what the NGOs will be saying. Okay, cool, fair games, you got me. Article 98, this is the ones that the NGOs are going to be referring to and the ones that they abuse. It says that ships must assist in people's distress, but that doesn't mean ferrying them back to the UK, because rescue at sea, it does not override our border sovereignty. So under that section, we can send them back to the nearest safe port, and we've already agreed that up to 24 nautical miles out, we're going to be much closer to France, and it's a safe country, and that is what UNCLOS requires. And if the smugglers, if they try to run, okay, cool. We have Article 111, and that gives us the right to hot pursuit. If they break our laws and flee, we can chase them into international waters and beyond and take them down. This isn't controversial, it's not extreme, it's international law, but we're just not using it. Drop a comment if you think that we should be using it, because let me spell it out. We can intercept the boats in territorial and contiguous zones. We can board stateless vessels. We can send people back to France, and we can prosecute smugglers, both under UK and international law. So this isn't a lack of law. We've got it. We've seen it. We can all download it and look at it. It's lack of leadership. You see, Starmer isn't bringing in these new laws. He's repackaging weakness and using it as action, whilst thousands and thousands pour in week after week while communities are overwhelmed. He sits there playing legal gymnastics, hoping that we are too stupid to read the fine print. It's another reason why they want to get rid of alternative media. Let's just understand, there is no legal right to migrate. There is no excuse for this crisis, and there is no future for Britain unless we take back our sovereignty, and we do it today. It's time we use the laws we've got, enforce our borders and send them back. And if our politicians right now won't do it, we will replace them with people who will. This isn't just about policy. This is about survival. And this is why I support Nick Tenconi and UKIP, because these are the people who are saying they will use the laws, they will be taking back our country, and they will do what's necessary to make sure our country is sovereign. And do you know what? Let me just finish this by saying to all the people out there who tell me that UKIP is now irrelevant because Brexit has kind of been done. It's the United Kingdom Independence Party. See, I think that UKIP might have been branded way too early back in the 90s. Yes, we wanted independence back from the EU, but now it's an even bigger struggle. Now we need our independence back from the globalists and the global elites. And this is why UKIP now is the most important party in the United Kingdom. This is why we are taking so much incoming. And this is why Nigel Farage is heading a party not to change direction of the country, but to keep it under the globalist control. If you want more videos like this, just share it out, get the message out, start the conversations, use this as a reference. And do you know what? Fact check me. Fact check me. Don't just come on a comment, fact check me. And until the next time, thank you very much.